Hello, everyone. I'm Barbara Tina with Wellness Matters You Matter. And I just want to take a couple minutes to share a course that I have coming up on March 15th. Excuse me, it's such a great course. I was divorced a long time ago. In fact, there was no internet and there was no cell phone coverage at that time. And there was a lot of emotional baggage that was with it because I stayed too long and how there wasn't a lot of support. There wasn't a lot of information. It wasn't as common as it is today, believe it or not. And so many things I have learned over the years. I've done a lot of studying with trauma and mindfulness and other energy modalities. And I come from a background of early childhood education. So children are really important to me. And the effects of divorce, and especially high conflict divorce, is epidemic today. People act as if they own their children, and the emotional turmoil on people separating often gets revved up by our court systems. What I've learned today is our family courts don't follow or have to follow by the same rules as other areas of law. And I know for me, by the time I decided to make it official and leave, I was emotionally spent. And so I was triggered. I didn't have a lot of tools and a lot of self confidence. I was trying to be there for my children. I was suppressing a lot of things. I was working to keep my job and concerned about financial futures and all of those things. And it took a toll. And I stuffed things and I didn't know how to process things. And I felt guilty if I was taking care of myself. I was just trying to be there for the children. And so, what I know today is those were all the wrong things to do because so much more trauma occurred for me than really needs to be. And so I want to share those things with you. So I put together a 4-week course. We do not dive deep into emotional traumas and all of those things because right now there is an event that you're going through. And the goal is to prevent. I'm always about prevention to help mitigate and prevent some of the traumas that might occur during this situation. And what I have learned now is that you can really mind your mind and mind your emotions. And I've learned tips and tricks to do that and for self-care and for things to do with your children. So this is a short course, but allowing you to get started on some different things that will help you through this process and hopefully in a healthier and more intentional way. It will also, I believe, save you money because I know so many times I would show up at my attorney's office or I wouldn't be able to make decisions or I was dealing with psychologists and I was emotionally spent and not at my best self. I wasn't sleeping. I was worried. I was in anxiety, all these kinds of things that contribute to being ineffective. And by being able to manage your emotions with some different tools and ways of being, maybe you can cut down on your attorney visits. Maybe you can make clear decisions that won't cost you in the future. And if you're seeing and getting a therapist or other help, it will help you be more productive in your sessions. And most of all, it will help you on your journey to a new chapter of your life. And I also would like to give you some ideas of things that can happen post divorce that to look out for and to look at and focus on your children. So join me. The next course starts March 15th. It is a live Zoom. It's limited to 10 people. And then we have office hours on a Friday where you can check in if you want to. That's elective. The first sessions on Zoom will be recorded. So if you cannot attend them, which of course we really want you to do, so we can have an internet interactive and support for all of us, but they will be recorded so you can watch them after the fact. We have a private Facebook page, and there will be handouts and tools for you to walk away from. I think it's very reasonable, and I will put my landing page underneath here for that. My website is called Wellness Matters You Matter.com. Okay, there's a that is one of the selections of products. The course is called A Journey to Wholeness because I don't know about you, but I did not feel whole in my marriage. I felt like I was about 20% by the time I finally left. Um, and that's my fault. I gave myself away. So, but then wholeness without someone else as a partner, you will have your children because this course is for women with children, and really maybe towards the end of your divorce or post divorce, just post divorce. But I know that you will gain things that you can use in your life for this process and ongoing. And my goal is to minimize the trauma that this occurs in your family and with your children. Reach out to me. My number is 561-677-0558. And please subscribe to my station. I would really appreciate it. It's new and it's called The Hackable Life, because there are life hacks that you can do to lead a happier and healthier life. So many things that my family were like, uh, this is how it is. This is how I was made. This is how I was taught to think. And we know now that we have so much more control over our life and to create our life than we did then. Okay? So join me if this is resonates with you and you know of someone else that this would be very, very helpful for, please share this link with them. It's coming up next week, March 15th. Okay? Over and out from Florida.